Hey guys, so let's continue going over the updated features within Rosemary 2. And in this video specifically, we will talk about the Flotheme section over here. Now, what we are looking at is the old version of Rosemary, and the first two sections, Introduction and Getting Started, they are pretty much the same with the new and old version of Rosemary. However, the header settings are quite different. So this is the old version. You'd have the video tutorial here, then you can select the header layout and then make adjustments to the selected layout. With the new version of Rosemary, you have your video tutorials here. You then select the primary layout for your desktop devices. You then make adjustments to that selected layout, upload your logo, adjust the menu options such as fonts and colors, and then we also have a separate tab for mobile settings. So having this breakdown is very convenient and allows you to manage every aspect of your header. We also provide the option of creating a custom header for all pages. A good example would be homepage A that we have within our demo. You can see that our header includes a menu pop-up, and all of the other pages simply include a header that is placed at the top of your page. To enable this feature, you'll need to go over to the page where you want to add or create a custom header, unfold the header settings, and enable this option where it says Custom Header Layout. Select it and then make all of the required adjustments. Now, all of the settings within this area over here will be identical to what you see within this section over here. The only difference is that these settings will affect this page only. So let's move on to our next section within the Flothemes area, and this will be our pages. We'll open up the Pages tab within the old and new version of Rosemary and do a quick comparison. So the old version, we would have all of the page template settings located within this sidebar. So you would select a page template, you have a quick overview of the page components, and so forth. The same would apply to your blog posts. If you click here, you can see an overview of the page components. You can then make certain adjustments within this area like title, content sharing options, and so forth. With the new version of Rosemary, we only have several options here. First of all, we have a miscellaneous area where you can set the default layout for your page and the default font settings for your page titles. You then make adjustments to your search page results, archive page results, and the not found page. All of the other page settings have been moved to the actual page builder. And as I mentioned in our first video, whenever you create a page, you head on over to templates, you select a page that you want to work with. Let's say it'll be contact A. We'll click on apply template, confirm, and then the entire page structure will be built out for us, and then we can make adjustments internally within this actual page. We can remove blocks, we can add new blocks, and so forth. The same process would apply to our galleries pages, blog post listing pages, about pages, contact home pages, etc. One thing you do need to be aware of are the settings located within posts and galleries. So within these two tabs, you do need to set up the default layout for both your blog posts and your galleries. You can go on over to the Templates tab and select one of the two pre-designed templates we have for blog posts, and within galleries we have 5 pre-designed templates. Once you select a certain template, you'll then be redirected to the global layout, and you'll have an overview and a breakdown block by block of the layout components. You can then remove certain blocks if they are not required. You can also add additional blocks and then click on update, and you will create a template that will then be applied to all blog posts or galleries once you go ahead and create them. Having the page builder available within all blog posts and galleries and pages allows you to customize and overwrite any settings you may have by default. So as an example, the blog post that we may be creating right now will essentially inherit the layout we've created within the Flotheme post settings. The same would apply to your galleries. If you create a new gallery, the layout will be inherited from this section over here. However, if we do want to apply a custom layout for one blog post or one gallery only, you will need to use a custom layout for this post, and then add any block of content you may feel is necessary for this particular blog post. So whatever content you decide to add will be visible within this blog post only or within this gallery only. Now let's go back to the old version of Rosemary and see how our main blog page or our blog listing page and the gallery listings page were created. So we would go over to pages, we would click on add new, we would select a page template called blog listing. Okay, so here we have listing page. We would then have this page structure built out, and then we select the content we want to showcase, whether it's blog post or galleries. The process within Rosemary 2 is similar, however still a little bit different. So you would head on over to your pages area, you would click on add new, you would add in your page title, you then head on over to the template section, and you select one of the available listing layouts. So here we have listing A, B, and C. Select one of the options, whichever works for you. Click on Apply Template, Confirm, and then once again we'll be redirected to this Layout tab where we have the entire page structure built out for us. And as already mentioned, with our page builder, you can remove certain page or layout components. However, the main settings are located within your listing block. So you'd unfold the listing block settings, and here we have 5 tabs. So first of all, we choose if we want to display galleries or blog posts. You can then manually select specific categories you want to display within this page. If you leave this field blank, it will display every single category available within your blog posts or your galleries. Over here, you select the amount of items per page and then head on over to the specific tab. Within this section over here, you make adjustments related to this layout specifically. So you can change out the elements color, which is basically all of the text related items. You then set the amount of columns, 2, 3, or 4. You adjust the gap, adjust the fonts, and then choose certain options like display category, display date, and then also make font adjustments to these 2 areas. You can then go on over to the mobile area, make adjustments to the mobile views. Head on over to margins if you need to add additional padding to the top or bottom for desktop or mobile devices within this block specifically. And then the miscellaneous area, you can choose to hide this block on desktop or mobile devices, or you can also scroll down and change out the primary background color for this block specifically. So this exact same process would apply for both your galleries and your blog posts. There is no need to go over to the Flotheme area and make adjustments within this section, because within these 2 tabs you simply set up the default layout for your blog posts and your galleries. Let's head on over to the generics area, have a quick overview here, and see what we have going on. As you can see, we have 3 tabs at the top. We have our social media accounts that can be added to your website. We then have a section for custom code, general typography sections, you can make adjustments to your font styles here, and then the miscellaneous area, we have all of the settings related to the buttons within our theme. And we do have a separate video on these buttons, so be sure to check that out as well. Scrolling further down, we then have our sidebars. This is all pretty simple and straightforward here. We do have a tutorial included into this section, so you will be able to find your way around. Heading over to the footer settings, we have our video tutorials at the top, and here we have the entire set of settings for our footer. Now by default, this field over here will be empty. Therefore, you'll need to select which areas you want to add to your primary footer. So this could be your Instagram, and this could be your copyrights area. You can then drag and drop to change out the order if that is necessary. Below, we have listed out all of the options related to the Instagram area and to the copyrights area. So these are basically 2 tabs that you'll need to click in order to make adjustments either to the Instagram or to the copyrights area. Let's do a quick overview of the Instagram area first. We do have options to change out the background color. We can also change out the Instagram area elements color, which is once again all of your text related items. And here you can choose one of the 3 available layouts to be within your footer. As you scroll down, you can choose your Instagram source by having static images where you'll need to manually upload them, or you can use our Flow Instagram plugin and you'll have a live Instagram feed within the footer of your site. Below, we have additional settings related to titles and fonts for the Instagram section specifically. We'll then head on over to our copyrights area. Here we have an overview of the block components, and once again all of these settings are listed out for this area specifically. Now, just as within our header, we do have the option to enable a custom footer. We'll show you a quick example how this was applied within our website. So once again, we are viewing homepage 1. As we scroll down to the bottom, we have our Instagram feed with 4 images. If we take a look at our gallery, here we have the gallery images, then we have related projects, and we decided to remove our Instagram feed simply because the page would be overloaded with images. So this is another way how you can implement the custom footer options within your website. Now, in order to enable this custom footer, you would scroll down to the footer placeholder, unfold the settings, and enable the custom footer layout within this block. You then have all of the exact same settings as you would within the Flotheme section. Make adjustments accordingly, and then scroll up, click on update or publish your page. Finally, let's take a look at our last option within our Flotheme area, and this is our style section. Within this area, we do have several style kits available. At the moment that I'm recording this video, we have only one style kit available, though we are planning to release a second style kit for Rosemary, and the process is pretty simple. You choose a style kit that you want to apply to your website, and all of the colors and font settings will then be applied across your website. We also have options for you to make manual adjustments to the color settings, and also you can make adjustments within your font settings. So here we've listed out every single font style available within our theme, and a font style is basically a combination of various font settings. You can also create your own font style. Click on Add Font Style, click on this Edit button, provide your font style name, and then make adjustments by selecting your font family. Go ahead, select the font size, mobile font size, letter spacing, word spacing, and so forth, and you can have your own custom font style within your theme. You can then also head on over to Google Fonts to add a custom Google font or manually upload a custom font using the TTF or the WOFF font formats. Once these files have been uploaded, you can then go ahead and apply these fonts within your theme. So finally, we've reached the end of our Flotheme settings. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I know it was a little bit long, but as you can see, there's a ton of information we had to cover in order to explain the updated features within Rosemary 2. Thanks for watching this video till the end, guys, and I'll see you around in our next videos.